guys, welcome back to the
Chicken back and gravy. Oh, sorry.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Chicken Backhand
Gravy podcast.
I'm Rory.
I'm Rachel.
Alright, and we're your host. Alright, so since the last time we made a video and posted anything, I mean, not much really has happened in Jamaica, but then again a lot has happened. So we'll start off with the obvious, Usain Bolt. Yeah. So far FBI has gotten involved.
You may see that.
No, before we go further into it, we start off with the FBI thing. I find it funny where other people have lost their money. Nobody mentioned them name, but obviously because of Usain Bolt,
Well, there's a list of names.
Yeah, but that lady didn't actually steal from Usain Bolt, you know.
Yeah, me know. She signed off on a document.
She signed off on a document, but I find it funny, and I'm not saying no to this, you know, that the attention it's gotten is not deserved.
No,
but
yeah, because
I
he's
just saying
worked hard
that.
for his money.
I just saying that for all the other people, if it wasn't for Usain Bolt,
Bye.
then probably you wouldn't get no highlight on it. Probably you wouldn't get
They
no
won't
money.
even get no money.
So,
Them probably still not going to get no money.
yeah. I see that our former, I want to say Prime Minister Bruce Golden. I saw he made honorable. Yeah, she was speaking on the topic because he apparently is on the bridge.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's on the bridge. I think once a week or so. So last week I actually saw it and I tuned into it, and it was good because I mean he was just really speaking what everybody else was saying, where this level of scamming and stuff needs to stop and needs attention, especially from the FBI, and we need to figure out what's going on, right? So, and then obviously learn from this and move on. And then another thing that he touched was just how we're gonna bring the Jamaican people to trust the banking system and trust even just the government. There's too many of these things happening, right?
Honestly, me not think any Jamaican going to trust no government, no banking system. We have just had corruption for years. That is going to be very hard.
But it's just this magnitude of the white collar scamming, corruption, and then back to back, you have the NCB, you have the Knoxford College, I think, So it's just in 1 month.
It's like all of them coming out now.
Exactly. So you just kind of really want to know, like, the Jamaican people always step back looking and going, what the hell's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? So, what this is saying though, with the Usain Bolt thing, from what I gathered from the news, is that his former manager, or not manager, but
Norman Peart.
That's his name. The guy
I think so.
who deals with all his affairs when it comes to money and stuff. So what he had let people believe is that he had gotten, well, not fired, but they had just split their ways, on good terms. But it turned out that is not so. So Usain actually fired him, and then things are actually looking more that he's the one who signed off in tampering with the money. So, I mean, FBI is involved. So I'm sure
how this plays out.
Exactly, because guess what? It's not like they're Jamaican people and they're on one side, or JLP or PNP, and they will cover up stuff. This is non-biased FBI from America. So when they come, I don't think anybody can pay them off to cover up stuff. So
well, you hope.
I mean, put it this way: Jamaican money not strong like American money.
That's true, but they could pay US.
Yeah, but then it would have to be a lot of money for them to can cover up stuff. So anyway, I'm happy the FBI is involved, because it will definitely show who needs to go to jail and show what's been going on. Because if we left it just the Jamaican police for it,
nobody will get back money.
Exactly, and there's a lot of people who walk away free that need to go to jail, right?
True.
So, like I said, I'm happy the FBI are involved, and we'll just wait, and for Usain Bolt, I hope that he does get back his money. If not,
he deserve it, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, even all the people,
I hope he get back his money too.
All the people that we're not hearing about, but we hear that they lost their money.
Yeah.
I obviously hope that they get their money back,
That's just crazy to me that somebody can just poof, your money gone. So.
Oh, exactly. I mean, something else so put it this way. Why I said once again, if it wasn't for Usain Bolt, it wouldn't get so much attention, because Mavada made a post the other day. I mean, speaking out about the whole Usain Bolt thing, and it's not that he's going against the fact that Usain Bolt situation isn't right, isn't crazy, but he's just saying that when he's going through his thing where he got scammed from that lady about the house thing, because he gave her I think $300,000 US to put down on a house in Jamaica while he's in America, and she scammed him, because when he came to moving in his stuff, the people were like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I bought the house or whatever, and they're like, no, nobody is selling the house, whatever. Trying to get in contact with her and not getting the money back. Fast forward now, apparently she went to court, and you saw people once again, this is Jamaica, so everybody corrupt. Everybody watch out for each other back, right?
Yeah.
So nothing is at a standstill because she went to court and she apparently defecated on herself. Yeah, and apparently she's acting a little loony. So basically trying to, get sympathy from the judge and all of that. Just trying to play, just like this lady, remember the lady with the SSL? Oh, she come out of her car and she in a wheelchair and she have a walker and she act like them sick and
maybe she defecate, she shit on herself.
Alright, see Rachel is more blunt, more out there. The woman went to court, people, and she shit up herself, basically kind of saying, oh, I'm sick and all of these things and whatever, trying to beg sympathy. Lady, you need to pay the man Mavada money. But the reason why I brought up Mavada is because he's saying that how come he never got this much attention? You know what I mean? And he's still battling the whole thing, trying to get his money back.
But it's not a tit for tat who get more attention. Both situations are unfortunate.
Yeah, but I do agree with him where he's saying, listen, when it comes to this lady, she is not him alone that she's scamming, when it comes to this whole real estate thing, taking money and promising them land and giving them fake title. So he's saying, listen, this lady been doing this for years to many people, and he's saying, listen, how come I haven't got the highlight the way Usain Bolt get the highlight? But remember,
Jamaicans are picky. You should know this.
Exactly, and I'm gonna say, Usain Bolt, remember, him and the other people have gotten robbed, and if it wasn't for him, those people would have.
They wouldn't get the
highlight. Nobody would spoke about this.
Probably all that document with names wouldn't get released.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for him involved in this.
I feel it from about what he's saying, but it is what it is. This is Jamaica,
Well, I know that this is how Jamaica is, and we pick and choose what we want to highlight more.
And I think one of the reasons for Mavada thing why it probably not getting highlight is because I think a lot of Jamaicans speculate this, but there's something going on with Mavada and the government, and when I say government, meaning like the police force.
Mm-hmm.
So for the fact that he hasn't been in Jamaica for quite a while, few years now, and there are many things that happened throughout the years that you think he would be able to come, or but you realize for some reason he ain't coming. Back. So I think that's why he probably don't even get the highlight as well, because where certain people would have want to represent him and stuff, they probably know something or saying, hey, you know what, it's best if you come here and we can deal with it better, where you're in another country, it's kind of hard to deal with the matter, right? So I don't know, I feel it for him as well. I hope he does get back his $300,000.
Well, I hope everybody get back their money.
Exactly, it's not right.
If you work hard for it, you deserve your money back.
Exactly, so if you work hard, like Rachel say, nobody should be scamming anybody.
No, what you scam for?
Exactly, I mean,
well, if you work,
Yeah,
things don't come cheap. So it's either you work or you starve.
Mm-hmm.
So, and scamming is just not. It's just not cool. I don't know why people think it's cool.
Well, here what. Once again, I think in the last 5 years, Rachel, because of social media, the people in Jamaica, them turn on them hype. Them turn on Instagram and them see this lavish life that people are painting overseas and whatnot, and they might even see some Jamaican people in Canada or America or wherever and say, yo, I want to rock the pole and things. So guess what? Find some way to make the money and then turn to scamming, because we know, everybody can pick up the gun, and can go rob people. So them just use them brain and say, alright, here what? What do I want to scam?
How do you sleep at night knowing?
Them alright, they must sleep on them Gucci and them Gucci.
No, dog, but like, how do you sleep at night knowing that, one day it might all come crashing down?
Well, Rachel is like this lady, what's her name again? The Panton lady, where she's saying she took some money to go help her mother. She had cancer. Help her father bury him, or whichever way. But
either that's way. Just so crazy.
But and then so what I'm saying is that when I listen to what she's saying, I don't really see any remorse or that she felt bad.
No,
because
I don't think she feel bad for it. Her father died, so she said, well, let me try and save him, but you have to find another way.
What can I say, my dear? This is the world we live in.
Listen, you can't choose when you're dead, No, I'm being honest. Yeah. When it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to stuff like this, I'm sure she was looking at like, well, the money's right there.
But it's not your money.
You have a chance, 50-50. No, I hear you. It's just unfortunately.
What do you take people their money for? And it's retirement money for some of them people there.
Well, yeah, this is Bolt's retirement money, right? I'm sure he has other money.
No, I'm sure he has other money and other funds and all of that stuff. But what do you take man money for?
Anyway, moving on to next topic. Unfortunately, here's the thing with this one now that we're going to touch on. So, the teacher versus the student. Have you seen that one?
I skimmed through it, but I never really
paid
attention. What happened?
So my thing on this is that I find that the kids nowadays,
They're
whether
rude.
Jamaica or America, they're rude. They have no respect
manners.
for
No
manners,
manners.
no respect. Now, I'm not saying for every teacher what they're doing in terms of threatening the kids and all that is right, but listen, man, when you're one person and you're dealing with 30, 40 kids,
We
and
couldn't do it. Me, I kill all of them.
no, seriously, you understand? So, when people are in uproar saying, so basically what happened is that there's this kid that was, I guess, misbehaving, and the teacher say in the video that he would kill him and how him not like man and anything would see him kill them and thing, and a lot of people are like up in uproar saying, oh, you can't be threatening the kid and saying these stuff, and you're a teacher, you should be setting an example.
I think he just loses school.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is this: when I was going to school back in the 90s,
We used to get licked.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, I wrote in the comments to somebody who was saying, "Oh, this is too much. He needs to get fined." And I wrote back to her saying, "I'm not sure what country you went to school, but I went to school in Jamaica in the 90s, and I remember my teacher. If you were in the back of the class, wherever in the class, you were misbehaving while he's teaching the class, he would either throw the chalk at you, he will throw the duster at you. I remember he'll call you the front of the class. He will beat you with the ruler, or I had an English teacher that she used to have this old leather strap. She called it Big Ben. So yeah, man, it's an old strap. She had it for like 10 years. How much picnic she beat with it? But the thing is that nobody would get in an uproar about it. I mean,
because at that time we never had social media.
we never had social media. But what I'm trying to say is that I never go home, or I don't recall any of the students going home, my peers going home crying to their parents, and parents coming back and, you know what I mean, saying, oh, you need to be suspended or whatever. I mean,
True.
like they said, it takes a village to raise a kid, right? I think we've lost that touch. I think everybody is more like, oh, you can't touch my kid, you can't speak to him a certain way. But remember, when a child goes to school, it's not just book knowledge, It's a lot of stuff that they're going to school to learn. They're going to school to mature, to learn how to conduct themselves and all of that. It's not just the book knowledge, not just the theory, but also wisdom you're getting from the teachers, respect and manners. A lot of the thing, how I am and what I believe in, comes back to the school in Arden when I went to school there. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for that kind of discipline, and obviously the discipline from home, that goes a long way. Both goes a long way. They play.
Been in jail by now.
That's what I'm saying. So a lot of these kids that are out there committing crime in Jamaica, they don't go to school. So, and why? Because they think that they're too cool for school. Teacher can't talk to them a certain way. But we need to go back to times where kids are kids, students are students, and teachers are teachers. I don't believe that teacher needs to get fired or even suspended. Yeah, maybe they need to go counseling and need to sit down and talk to.
There's probably something that they're.
But like you said, they just get frustrated because you're one person and you're dealing with 30 kids in a classroom.
But that take a lot of patience.
That take a lot of patience.
My hat off to that
Every
teacher.
class, I'm sure, gonna have a class clown, right? And when there's a class clown, you're gonna have cheerleaders, correct?
Yeah.
So then when you have that in every class and you have 30 and everybody laughing and stuff, and once again, I'm not saying you need to be threatening them, but you're going to have some
you need to be firm with them.
You
and
need
say
to
you
be firm.
stop.
But these kids don't seem to want to stop. They want to challenge the teacher, and that's when things kind of
Well,
get.
that's what social media has done. No?
We're not. That's when things kind of escalate, because when you have the teacher trying to discipline them, saying, "Hey Billy, hey Roy, whatever, calm down, stop talking, whatever," and threatening them that they'll beat them or kick them out of the class. It's not like back then where we'll just keep quiet and we'll giggle or whatever. These kids are challenging the teachers. So
Parents.
I think it come back from the home. Parents need to let them kids know, listen, when you go to school, you're representing us, and you need to be respectful to the people. These people, dedicated themselves to teaching other people, kids, right? Have to deal with them for 8 hours a day. Have to be able to babysit, train them, all of these things. People are going to lose their cool. Everybody have things going through too, by the way,
True. We all have mental stuff that we have to.
Yeah, and if these people aren't passionate about being teachers and wanting to, see a better future, and remember, they're dealing with kids. So it's not like they're teachers for adults, they're teachers for kids. I mean, they have some level of love and respect and admiration for kids, the youth, right? So I don't see any teacher going there to be a teacher and then want to threaten kids because they're just bad and, they're not good people. I look at it like they've lost their frustration and the kids aren't helping. And then what's worse, these parents aren't, helping at all, because if I was a parent and that was my kid from the video I see, I would bring my child back to school, sit down with the parent, and I'd have my child, first of all, apologize to the teacher, and let him know, listen, man, no matter what it is that we're going through, I can't cross the line. I'm a child, I'm a student, you're an adult, you're a teacher.
True.
At the end of the day, if you have a problem and you need to resolve it, this is not the way.
But I think also Jamaicans will love pitting them too much.
Yeah, but Rachel, we need it.
We need to find another way around it.
We need it.
Cause we all mess up. All of us are getting.
Yeah, but wait, no. I think we need it because more than ever, the social media is playing a big part to the kids in Jamaica.
Yeah, but as a parent, that's when you come in.
But that's the thing, the parents.
Come in.
But guess what? Most of these kids, Rachel, don't have the two parents, and so when them have the single parent, the mother out to work 3-4 jobs, and even when them come home, you can't talk to them picnic because they're gonna look around and say, "Oh, you're in here to discipline me. You're not here."
No,
to tell me nothing.
My picnic has that.
No, but your situation different, Rachel. Your situation.
It don't matter because even if I was a single parent, she ever couldn't say that to me.
Yeah, but everybody's situation different, and you're in a small percentage where you have it a lot better than the ones in Jamaica. You understand? Especially when poverty is a big part of it.
True.
It plays, and so picnic go to Jamaica, go to school, them hungry, them miserable, them have to see them parents a fight with this and that. All kind of things play in fact. But my point is that kids need to remain kids and not provoke the teachers. Now I don't know the full 100% story about this situation, but I've seen many of it to the point where I say, you know what, I think that if the teacher didn't have good intentions, didn't have integrity, they wouldn't be there. You understand? These kids need to realize that they're kids and you're not in the streets and you need to have respect for people. That's how I see it. Because like I said, when I was going to school in Jamaica, and the thing is, I left from Arden and I went to Dunoon, and Dunoon to me was a big eye opener. Dunoon is downtown Jamaica, where beer gunman picnic go there and thing. You understand? Where I left from Arden, which is like almost an uptown school, where I felt like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm the man. Where when I went to Dunoon, I had to shut the fuck up because I'm afraid people rob me and thing, because this is no joke. But I realized that the teachers that went to Dunoon, guess what? They know the kind of kids that they're dealing with, and the kids there knew the kind of people they're dealing with, and there was never that line crossed. Do you understand?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. The generation is now different.
Exactly. So it come down to the kids, because the teachers' generation has changed. It's still the same teachers that have been teaching for 10 years, whatever. These are because if you look at the video, this is an elderly person, not like a young man. You understand? Mm-hmm. So you can tell he probably could have been my teacher at one point when I was in Jamaica. But my point is, I don't think the teachers have changed. It's just the generation and the kids, and they just need to.
We need to find another way to discipline.
I saw today on Smile Jamaica, they're actually speaking more about mental health, and they were tackling the school. I'm not sure if the video had anything to do with it, but one of the things that I realized in Jamaica is that they actually do have a program for a lot of people, I guess students and teachers and just regular people, at a hotline, and it is called Think Mental Health, JA. Mm-hmm. So basically it's a hotline you can call and just vent, and you can get help in whatever situation, so
going through.
Exactly. So that's actually good. I'm happy that they have that, and I mean, going forward, when it comes to this situation with the teacher and the student, apparently they're gonna have a sit down, they're gonna have counseling and stuff. So I'm happy. I'm happy that it's not like, oh, let's suspend the teacher and just move on. I'm happy, or even with the kid, not suspend him and just move on. I'm happy that they actually say, you know what, we're going to sit down and do some counseling and figure out where they went wrong and what they can do to go forward in a positive way. Mm-hmm. So, another thing that I've still been hitting social media, I don't want to talk too much on this, but and the reason why I don't want to talk too much on it, because I think it's something that don't need to be happening and speaking about, but you have Bounty Killer or you have Mr.vegas versus Bounty Killer again. I know, and I just look at it like they're grown men. They need to set an example and stop this tracing on social media, stop tearing down each other.
I mean, if Mavado and Vibes Cartel can do it, why can't they do it?
Exactly, and I mean, that was years ago. And that was
one of the bloodiest times in Jamaica when Mavado and...
But it was more lyrical too, where with these guys, there's no music, they're just tracing back and forth. You know what I mean? And the thing about it, where Mr.vegas, when he's saying that Bounty Killer now allegedly raped some girl back in the day, she was like 14 or something like that. My thing is this. It's allegedly, we don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
And okay, you bring it out, let the cops deal with it, let the right authority people deal with it. You understand? But this every minute bringing it up and throwing it at the guy and bringing it out there, it's not good. You look like you have something personal against the guy. And I mean, don't get me wrong. If this is true, then I understand where it's coming from. But like I said, once again, you need to bring it to the proper authority and let them deal with it. And then Bounty Killer, where you're entertaining this, if you know you're innocent and nothing like that, now go on, bro, just come out, speak your truth, and just leave it alone, man. But I just figured where they are at their age, because they're almost 50 if they're not 50 yet.
Damn.
And they sound like kids, you know what I mean? On social media back and forth. So, Killer, Vegas, you need to stop,
Well, that's
man.
why I said to you, men's mental health is very important, do you think?
Well, let me for call a hotline there, cause I know. No, real talk, because I just find like when you're that age, Rachel, and you're a celebrity and you know a great musician, you know people look up to you. I think at some point you need to just cut out the drama, cut out the nonsense, the tracing, all of that. It's not necessary. Like I said, if he knows he's innocent and he didn't do anything like that, then come out, speak your truth, and leave it alone. Let the proper people do the investigation. And I mean, even that young woman, I haven't heard anything about her coming out and saying anything. So I don't know.
A lot of women, when they get raped, obviously it's traumatic.
True.
So they might not want to speak about it until like a couple of years.
Well, I just think some of Mr.Vegas need for just ease off, right? If anything.
Well, a lot of them need to ease off. Foot happy is another one that needs to ease off.
Yeah.
Butter is always in headlines.
Always.
Making his rounds about everybody's business.
The man said Footer say about how Coffee sent $25,000 threat to get him.
Like why are you doing all of that? You're just trying to stir attention.
Me can't see Coffee do that. Me I tell you the truth. So, but anyway, I just figured these men, especially in Jamaica, the ones who people look up to and follow and whatever, and if you do better, man, and look like some kids, childish stuff. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think they just need to do better. Have you seen the whole riot thing going on in America with the guy Tyre Nicols?
You know, so I never watched the video because I don't
don't
like to upset myself. Those kind of videos remind me of 2020, so I'm trying to avoid 2020 again.
Yeah, 2020 was
just very
the George
Floyd.
Yeah.
COVID hits, so it was just a really hard time, and so anything of 2020, I just don't want to think about it.
Yeah,
so
no, I haven't watched the video as well, but I mean, I got the gist of it.
I've seen snippets.
Oh, yeah?
By accident, because, you know, people don't like to warn you on social
media. I hear this
media.
guy's crying out there for his mother, all these things.
Like, it's just too much at this time.
Not for me, people. My heart can't take that.
And there was another mass shooting in LA the night before.
Oh, yeah, the Asian guy.
No, not the Asian guy. No? There was another one.
Oh, so much.
It was like 4 of them dead.
See them thing I go to America.
So and I'm saying to myself, when do like Republicans and the Democrats they get it? It's really Republicans, because the Republicans are the ones that are wanting to keep the guns.
Oh, okay. They're the ones for the gun law, for selling guns.
Which is just stupid.
Oh,
because why do you need an AK-47 or RF-50? What are you shooting there?
I think they just need stricter gun laws. But at the same time, it don't matter to me when it comes to the gun laws or whatnot. Because guess what? People can still find a way to sell guns and stuff.
True, but it'll make it harder.
Yeah, but it's just like Jamaica. You know where they sell guns? Me don't know, but people find guns. Exactly, but people still find the gun them. So I don't think we're targeting the wrong people. Meaning in America they always like to say, oh, the NRA and the Republicans and whatnot. Guess what? It's deeper than that. Because even if those people aren't around, you have like, I don't want to say them name, but you have special people who are law people. No, cause if I call a name, chances are, you know, you don't want to get I want to get monetized. I mean, I want to go against the channel. And these people are very powerful people. But these people work for the government in America, and these people have always they've been known to bring in, when it comes to the drugs, if they really wanted to stop the whole cartel thing, they can stop it, but they benefit from it, just with the whole gun thing. So I think it's deeper than just the NRA and the gun shops, because like I said, in Jamaica, I don't know no gun shop, but people have gun, right? So reason why I brought up the whole Tyre Nicols thing though is that people, I find it so hypocritical that when a white person does it, kill a black man, everybody throw them hands and say Black Lives Matter.
But there have been riots.
Oh, no. Let me finish. Everybody quick to say Black Lives Matter. Yes, there's riots now. Yes, there's 4 or 5 black men who killed him. But guess what? Nowhere anybody saying Black Lives Matter. So hypocritical. Nobody.
We're disappointed that he was a black man.
No, you see, it's so hypocritical it is. It has no.
If you think I'm hypocritical.
It is because guess what? Black against black is no better than white against black. It's still a black person.
But at the end of the day, Roy,
Black Lives Matter should stand for what it stands for. Black Lives Matter. Black lives, right?
Right,
so what?
But it's bigger than that.
Listen, man. Okay,
because white people have suppressed black people for over 400 years. That's what you're not understanding.
Rachel, guess what? the black people in America, them have a chip on them shoulder, and I'm saying it's not right. I'm not saying it's right what the white people them do, but guess what? Black people don't make it easy.
It's not right.
And
Both
I feel
sides do.
so that's what I'm saying. So Black Lives Matter should stand for black people, right? So whether them get killed by white, Chinese, black, or whatever, it should stand.
But they're still saying that. And they're still saying it's not right.
But they're not saying Black Lives Matter. They're not calling that out. They need to say it because guess what? The most black people get killed by black people the most than whites in America.
I mean, I think so.
Yes, I follow a lot of the criminal media, and trust me, when it comes to the amount of black people getting killed and robbed, it's by their own people. Right now, the biggest case right now in the hip hop community is the YSL, and there's no white people involved in that. It's a whole bunch of black people killing each other, extorting each other, raping each other, and you're saying to yourself, but yet them quick for say white people this and that. God damn, we need to clean up on ourselves before we start complaining about the white man. I see
why are you defending them so much?
Defending who?
White people.
I'm a black person and I'm defending my own people by saying, listen, man, we need to speak on our own self before we go outside of it. The black people
we know this, but I'm just saying to you, it's a different mentality now with the white when a white person kills
you say it's a different mentality, but guess what? We can't run with it like that because we're not being fair to ourselves, because black people are doing more damage in the black community than white people do in the black community.
No, right. The racism down there is even worse.
Racism is one thing, Rachel, but when it comes to the black people, we are holding ourselves back. They're holding themselves back more than anybody else. Okay, we can't even use Jamaica. There's no racism in Jamaica like America. And guess what? The black people are still holding themselves back. And them can't say white people. All them can say is them own kind. So it's the same thing in America. It's just that we're a small percentage in America. Black people, I think, is like under 20% when it comes to the population in America, right? And yet they stand out so much. Sure, yeah, the white people target them for over years and want slavery and all these things. But at the same time, when it comes to black people actually saying, you know what, let's elevate and put that aside and let's not let that hold us back, they're not doing that. They're actually attacking each other. Now, when I say I follow the criminal stuff in America, I'm not saying
what kind of criminal stuff you want.
But I just told you. I said the biggest case right now is the YSL, which is
no. I'm talking about the programs and stuff.
Oh, it's just all kind. You can go on there and just type in. There's all different news outlets and stuff. Even when you go Fox News, I have to follow that channel.
Fox
News.
Fox is not
just listen to man. The crimes that Fox New York and stuff, you need to watch it to see. This is not CNN. We're not talking that. But if you go through the regular news channels and stuff, and even vlogs that follow the cases, because you have people who follow the cases, it's not white men doing this. It's black people versus black people.
Right.
And I'm saying to myself,
it's not a credible source.
Rachel, I'm not. You're sticking on one. I'm saying go on there. Okay, so put that aside. You have other vlogs and other channels that are talking about the cases, and when you go on the cases,
which one?
I just told you, Rachel. You can go on there. There's many. It don't matter which one I don't have it on top of my head. My point is that the biggest case right now in America when it comes to black community is YSL, Young Thug, and it's all about black people in Atlanta robbing and killing black people. There's no white person in that gang, in that group doing any of that. It is all black people. When it comes to Detroit, the people who are bringing on Detroit is all black people. And I follow these things and study these things and watch the documentaries and all that. My whole point of bringing this up is that I'm disappointed in black people because it's black people who killed this guy, black cops, and no one is saying Black Lives Matter. Sure, they're protesting, but the hypocritical part is that when it comes to a white man, everything goes up in arms. And it's like, bro, guess what? Yes, that's sad and that's disappointing. But when it comes to black people, they do the most damaging to them own self in their own community, and I'm disappointed because I see people like Bounty Killer now who is actually posting about it, right? I'm gonna show you how the hypocritical thing when it comes to black people. People will come on Bounty Killer Instagram page and say to him, dog, you live in Jamaica, why are you caring about that? Bro, we're all black people. If it happened there, it happened to us. We're all getting affected by it, and that's hypocritical. So what? We must only speak on things that happen in our country, in our community. Nah, bro, we're all black people. So I'm happy Bounty Killer is posting about it and in uproar about it. And on his page, I've written many times. So by the way, how come no one said Black Lives Matter, and nobody not even replied to me or even like my thing? Because everybody knows I'm right. But I'm happy that Bounty Killer shed light on it on his Instagram, because guess what? We all go to America. Well, some people in Jamaica go to America to make their money and whatnot. And easily how it happened to this guy in America, it can happen to any other black person that go to America just for vacation or whatever. So we need to speak out against it. Whether you're in America, Jamaica, Canada, it don't matter. You understand? Black Lives Matter.
I don't know if I agree with his statement, but anyway.
Which statement?
Your statement.
About what?
That is just black and black crime mostly.
It is. I'm saying when it comes to black people, they cry and say that the white people hold them back, but in reality, I think the black people hold themselves back more than the white people, because
they can't get ahead if white people are taking advantage of them. Well, you expect black people to get ahead.
What do you mean?
Right, it's a whole race thing down there, you know.
Rachel, we know this, but guess what? There's a lot of opportunities for black people to make money and stuff. Yes, but and if you don't want to use Jamaica, America, we can use Jamaica. Racism is not in Jamaica holding black people back. Black people are holding black people back.
First of all, colorism is very alive in Jamaica.
But it's nowhere close to Jamaica, to America, and you can agree with that, and you can agree
I can agree with that section.
So we know who holding black people back in Jamaica.
What do you mean who holding black people back? There's no opportunities in Jamaica.
But we know who holding black people. Who the powers to be?
Why are we here then if there was opportunities in Jamaica?
But I'm asking a question. Who runs Jamaica?
Right.
Is black people?
Nobody's currently running Jamaica.
Black people.
Jamaica is going up in flames right now.
Rachel, what I'm saying is that the people who are in government, the people who create the job and stuff in Jamaica are black people, right? Now the black people who don't want to work and get a job and settle down with a 9 to 5 and work with, it might be minimum wage, it might not be the best thing, but eventually, you work hard, you maybe can see something, right? Those people are black, and they're the ones holding back the other people because they're committing the scamming, the robbing, the raping, all of these things, right? And they're black people doing to their own people. And so I'm saying that in America, people can quickly say, well, it's the white people holding us back. Sure, to a certain degree, but I look at it more like the black people in America are holding us back. Because in Jamaica, black people can't look around and say, well, it's the white man. The Jamaican is more black.
It depends on the opportunities in the country. And so if you don't have an opportunity, even to get a simple job in Jamaica, I am telling you, it's harder to
We know this. We're not saying no, Rachel, but I'm saying the people who, the gatekeepers, you are not listening. It's not the white people who are the gatekeepers in Jamaica, though.
But you're not listening.
What? Say what you're saying, because you're not understand what I'm saying, or you're not listening.
I'm saying to you, the same opportunities that you think, say, every black person can make. That's not how it is, and that's what I'm trying to say to you. No, Rachel, you're not getting what I'm saying. You're totally confused. What I'm saying is that I'm not confused.
I'm agree with you. I said to you, yes, there are not much opportunity in Jamaica, but it's not a white man that's stopping that. Correct?
Right. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. We're speaking about the race in America. That is the white man.
Yeah, but you can't pin that to Jamaica because Jamaica is a different country.
But that's what I'm trying to show you. So in Jamaica, it's different because you might say to yourself, well, it's not much white people and it's more black people who hold the gates, the power, correct? So they can't say it's a color thing, right? It's black, correct?
I don't think it's that. I think it's also a classism thing.
But we know classism has nothing to do with color. Class has to do with money. But so we're talking about color though. Rachel, stick on the topic. We're not talking about money. We're talking about color, right? So in Jamaica, it's not a color thing as big as America, correct?
Right.
Yes or no, correct?
We still have our prejudices in Jamaica.
Rachel, it is not as big as...
No, it's still a problem in Jamaica.
Rachel, yes or no, is it as big as America?
We still have our issues in Jamaica.
Oh my God, every country have the issue, Rachel. You're not answering the question, The percentage of the white people oppressing the black people in Jamaica, is it greater or lesser in America, Jamaica?
Why does that matter if I answer?
Because the point I'm trying to prove to you that in America it is greater, yes, but at the same time, black people need to stop using that and elevate themselves. Because if you look at other countries,
elevate yourself if a community is not allowing you to elevate.
All right, we'll end right there because Rachel not understanding that. When it comes
but I'm telling you my opinion, and you need to respect.
Yeah, no, I understand your opinion, but you're confused with your opinion. You don't understand what I'm saying.
I am not confused.
Rachel, when I say to you, what is the percentage in Jamaica when it comes to the white people oppressing Jamaica? Is it higher or less in Jamaica?
Right.
When it comes
Why
to
does
America?
That matter?
Because you can't. The reason I'm saying that is that the same black people that go to America and live in Jamaica, they are people that hold themselves back. It don't matter if it's in a Jamaica or America. It's a mental thing. We're in a Canada. I have black people here that will say, oh, but the white man and they're not letting me go ahead and excel ahead in life. And I will say, but I come from Jamaica and I've accomplished a lot more than you who born here, and I'm not looking at it like the system, whatever. I understand there's racism everywhere and whatever, but I don't see where it's holding me back. So my thing is that it's a mental thing with black people that they need to just get out of it. They're holding themselves back.
We can agree to disagree. Let's just say that.
So, yeah. Anyway, people, we will close off here, and hopefully you guys enjoy the week. get to subscribe, like, and share. And we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.